Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Oh, it is Gumshoe. Heck, Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yup. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure? Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Not with freaking Gatto. Alright, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has coffee, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ha! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, you talking to me. It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see, so our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trustee? So, Mr. Gatto, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. What? That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, this court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Gatto, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Gumshoe. We're off to a good start. This is amazing. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake. I see, so Detective Gumshoe. Would you outline for the court the basic facts of this case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. Court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. I feel like we should know that, though. Like, what time was it when he got up and... or, like, fell over and collapsed? And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Trabian floor plans added to the court record. We need to figure out where Victor was sitting, because that's going to be important. Come, detective, take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. What? Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. What? Alright. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. Alright. Not true. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and I... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, your testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I'm gonna go for it. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Traby and trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? Oh, oops. I think the court will agree that it was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Very easily. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. No, it doesn't. What? Can I look at that? You're missing like... Oh, there's only one chair on each side. Never mind. I'm like, I feel like a good... Yeah, alright, never mind. Looking at it initially, I thought there was a good like 40% more table that wasn't there. I still feel like this is a deceptive angle. Like there's opportunity for him to like hide. Alright, he was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio on his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? I don't see the point, but sure. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection.
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I keep going. It seems like it's not hurting anything. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Huh? From me? No, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. But what piece was it again? This. I just got coffeeed again. Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it is unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poison coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Ah! For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. It's not helpful, Gumshoe. Coffee cup added to the court record. Okay. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the fingerprints of the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Sure. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams, how much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Alright, what's the motive? Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Check out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to check you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Always press, except when it's a bad idea. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ah! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So they put it on Maggie? So do they want L dead for reasons other than his lottery ticket? Oh, yeah. No, they would have to, because he didn't win until they were already sitting down. And I feel like the intent to kill him was before that. So I don't think the lottery ticket factored into it. I think that was that just a lucky break? That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order, order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. So why wouldn't she just leave? I mean, I know she passed out, but clearly if you were planning to kill someone. Yeah, it obviously doesn't add up. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Ha! Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. Coffee? It's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else, I presume you mean? Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. Bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? We knew that already. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Order, order, order! This court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident. Has small pocket but big stains. Alright, but why are we ignoring the blood? Potassium cyanide added to the court record. A deadly powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. Okay. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstains to the court? Bloodstains? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Can he not see? Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? Can he not see? He can't see. No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Ugh. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer. Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Wait. The autopsy. Oops. Between 1:30 and 2:30, so we know it couldn't have been 2:30. Right? How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took her another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I'd have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. Oh, I would have loved to see Maggie sleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional birdwatcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty... Oop, shoot. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Oh yeah. Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There's a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. Oh. It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records from the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court? That shouldn't be. No way. Ask about the prescription bag or ask about his health insurance. I guess it was the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty? The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bag is empty. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? But the defendant had been passed out for a while, right? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Objection. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. Honestly, that's more likely than, like, she just happened to have all that stuff on her. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to, if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. There's nothing missing from the... Yeah, there was. Hold on, I want to press this first. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Okay, so I pressed that. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. I missed this. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet, and yet he went out to eat? 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. We figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. So that's where we got the... Oh, wait. Well, I was going to skip. Ask about health insurance. Oh, I can't. All right. I guess I got what I needed. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. So he got it right before going there, but it's empty? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. And on us being too cool is where we're gonna end this episode. We have so very little to cling to in this case, but we've managed to keep ourselves alive for now. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.